Hey, Cody, you gonna finish the story this year? Come on, you know that's not how this works. Nothing is real to me, damn it. The wrestling podcast that no one asked for, but I don't care. Let's talk about the fatal four way Roman Reigns, LA Knight, AJ Styles, and Randy Orton. Who do you think is gonna lose? Leave it in the comments. Who do you think is gonna take the pinfall? Leave it in the comments. Why do you think it's AJ Styles? Leave it in the comments. Like and subscribe because this is YouTube. Now that we got all that out of the way, um, do you think this is going to lead to Cody finishing the story somehow? The Royal Rumble win. They've teased him winning again on the most recent episode of Raw. Can he become the second two-time like back-to-back winner since Stone Cold? So maybe, but it's going to be really good this year. Royal Rumble's always fun. I've always loved it ever since I was a kid, and I couldn't really watch WWF as much as I wanted to because no cable, grew up in the country, but I digress. Um, I really enjoyed the Shinsuke Nakamura and Cody Rhodes feud. I don't want to spoil anything at any point in this episode, but I really like how they did that. And I never did get to watch the entirety of the MSG match, but I know how it ended. But really, I like everything that's going on Raw. R-Truth is probably the best thing in WWE right now. I don't care what anyone says, but I am a goofy wrestling fan. That's something I wanted to touch on in this episode. I am a fan of people like Danhausen. I love the comedic matches in GCW. I love when they do like the Love is Blind match and the MLW Kings of Coliseum event, and I'll talk more about that later. But where do you draw the line? Leave it in the comments. I'm not a hater of people like Maki Ito or anybody who does. I thought of her because of how much Jim Cornette hates her and really stuff like that. But man, you got to have that balance, and especially with companies like GCW where they're smashing up 50 bazillion light tubes. They need a funny match here and there. And speaking of funny matches, they got some coming up. Let me see. It was in Look at Me, I believe, is going to be Deathmatch Royalty versus Insane Clown Bussy. Which, if you don't know who all those people are, Deathmatch Royalty, Matt Cardona, Steph Delander, and Broski Jimmy Lloyd. That's been a fun story that's been a fun story to watch unfold. I'll talk about that a little bit in the first episode. And Insane Clown Bussy, Effie, Alley Catch, and none other than Violent J of Insane Clown Posse. I've thought about doing a segment on this show occasionally. Where is Violent J? Because he will pop up in various indie promotions from time to time, and he does manage Brothers of Funstruction in NWA, and I think they're a very fun tag team, but we'll talk about NWA later. Now, back to MLW Kings of Coliseum. It was a lot of fun. I happen to really enjoy the wrestling over there. I hate that I didn't get to see it in the 20 years of its existence, but I did go back and watch some of the earlier episodes featuring like, CM Punk, and just go back and watch them. They're on Triller TV Plus. I don't know if all of them are there, but I watched like 5 and 7, but and bits of another one. But anyway, MLW, what they are doing right now with the brand split with WTF, and that's Filthy Tom Lawler, Josh Bishop. Used to be Alex Hammerstone, but it looks like he's not in there anymore. But Richard Holiday, and that's a whole fun faction to watch over there. I love brand splits. Being a fan of the short-lived NWO before they completely took over WCW and eventually killed it, but that is neither here nor there. Matt Riddle versus Jacob Fatu in the main event was indeed like a dream match that they were hyping it up as. And I think the right person won. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but if you know me, I am a Jacob Fatu fan. Alright, so I'm going to try to do this really quick There's a lot more wrestling to talk about, but I don't want to take up a lot of your time, and this is only episode 2. Let's try some different things, you know what I mean? So, on to New Japan, Wrestle Kingdom 18, and the follow-up show, New Year's Dash, both filled with a lot of great wrestling. I had to watch them in order. I suggest you do the same if you decide to get NJPW World. It's only $10 a month. That's worth it to watch Wrestle Kingdom 18, in my opinion. Okada versus Danielson did not disappoint. The main event did not disappoint. None of the matches disappointed. If you're not familiar with the Japanese style of wrestling, it's kind of like American, but a lot more dramatic. And there's a lot. It looks hard. It looks more hardcore. A lot more hard strikes. There's not as much neat leg slapping when somebody gets kicked in the chest. There's no leg slap. You just hear that leg smack the chest. So there's little differences like that, and I really enjoy it, just like I enjoy the comedic stuff that I was talking about earlier. And I think that's really enough to talk about New Japan right now, because I am still very new to that, admittedly, but I am very much liking what I'm seeing from New Japan. That's why I'm getting Battle in the Valley 2024 next week, and we'll be talking about that on episode 3 after I watch it. But I will talk more about Wrestle Kingdom and New Year's Dash and some of the previous matches that I've watched. I've only watched one Dream match over there, so I can't really talk about New Japan too much yet. But Okada versus Omega from Wrestle Kingdom 11. That was great. But anyway, moving on to NWA. I'm really excited about Paranoia. I don't care what anyone says. I think what they're doing in the National Wrestling Alliance is fun to watch. Is it the best wrestling in the world? No. Do I care? Obviously not. But they have some really good wrestlers over there, and they have some entertaining. That is the key word about NWA. They have some entertaining wrestlers over there. It's a lot of fun to watch. It's very old school. I would suggest, if you ain't familiar with NWA, go back and watch some of the 80s stuff. Skip the Tyrus era. Just watch from the past, like last season and this current one on YouTube. I think the next one's going to CW, so we'll see how that works out. But they ain't changing since the Sawin cocaine spot. They're still making cocaine references, like at the Robarts Arena show. I've mentioned that before on another video. I don't know if it was episode 1 or a TikTok. But I'm really excited about Paranoia because EC3 versus Matt Cardona is the main event, and that's entertaining. If you haven't seen it, there is a sort of a prequel, I guess you could say, Blizzard Brawl 2023 on Premier Streaming Network. There's a I don't remember. I don't have notes for this episode, but there's another one of their matches that happened recently, or is happening, coming up. But anyway, EC3 is going to be defending the belt against Jax Dane tonight on in about less than an hour, actually, as I'm recording this, on NWA Power. And I think we know how that ends, but NWA Power is a really fun way to spend 45 minutes. And if you're not if you're straight edge, that's fine, but if you happen to enjoy a beverage or two or something like that, why are you not doing that before you watch wrestling? I think low-key NWA kind of encourages that. Yeah. They make pot references, they make cocaine references. Oh, I shouldn't actually said it on YouTube. I'm not reshooting this. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up in under 10 minutes. I might talk about Memphis wrestling at some point, but I'm just gonna keep pumping out these episodes every Tuesday, maybe Wednesday at the latest. Thanks for watching this one and the last one and joining along on this ride as we enjoy the world's oldest live soap opera with stunts. Professional wrestling. And remember, nothing is real to me, damn it.